Everybody say it with me. Fuck you, Josh. Yep. Let's get that out of the way. She-Hulk episode 7 is officially here, and this is a big improvement from last week's episode, where I did not like that wedding episode, and it's not because Daredevil didn't come in, because Daredevil also did not come in this episode, and I expected him to be in this one, but I will officially say if he is not in next week's episode, I will be absolutely shocked if we're just heading into the finale, and he's in the finale. Like, that's just crazy. But again, like I mentioned, I did like this episode. There's a lot of relatable avenues in here. And again, we just get more of Jen. And I think that's the big aspect that has been missing in the show. There's been two aspects actually missing in the show. There's a lot less lawyering than I was hoping for. And also to kind of talk about it, there's been no Frogman yet, which we saw in the trailer. So there's still a lot of stuff that we haven't seen. So we're missing Frogman and we're missing Daredevil. So those are all interesting aspects. But I need to start getting into this. So thank you so much again for watching. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as well as comment down below your guys' thoughts. This is the place to come and talk She-Hulk, because I'm crazy. I stay up till midnight, I watch this show, and then I come and I talk with you about you guys. So my thing with this show is, like I mentioned last week, I was not a fan of it. I didn't really like that last week's episode, and I've been missing that. Like, we just haven't gotten a lot of character development for this character, or even if you want to go off and be a sitcom, where is that comedy? Where is that like heart to it all? And it just, for me, it was kind of lacking. But this week's episode, I don't know if it's just like because I felt very relatable to Jen. I've been there, you know. Now I have a fiance, but like years ago, like I felt that for her. So I like those aspects. So like I mentioned, let's start with the beginning. You know, it shows this montage, her and this Josh guy. I think that's his name. I could be wrong, but fuck that dude. Anyways, and they're having this nice romance. They're enjoying each other. They're meeting each other. They're going out, and then they sleep together. And she wakes up and he's gone. The second I saw that, I'm like, all right, so a lot of people, like my whole theory from last week says this guy's probably a part of that whole Hulk King stuff. Oh, what a plot twist. Like, I didn't see that coming. And he took the blood. I instantly knew that. Like, the second he wasn't there, I'm like, yep, we're playing right in there. And I wish it wasn't as obvious. I wish it didn't come up right away. But I guess that's what happens when you only have, like, 2 episodes left anyway. So that was whatever. I guess we'll find out more about that storyline as the season progresses. We have 2 more episodes. I imagine we'll find out more of that and where it maybe leads into and where we may see She-Hulk later on in the MCU. There's been some rumors that she might be in the next Captain America movie, specifically because the leader is the main villain. I would not be shocked to see some Hulks around in there, particularly her and Bruce. I think that'd be pretty damn cool. Even though I still think Anthony Mackie should just like get his own Captain America movie. I digress. And the second I saw that, I knew that was going to go about. She's going about her day. She's going about work and everything like that. And she can't stop looking at her phone. She keeps checking it. She wants that notification. She gets a notification for something else. And all of that is like the most relatable thing I've ever seen. Because that is literally me. Like, I have been there so many times in the past where I have a great night. I meet someone awesome. We go out on a couple dates. They just ghost you. You're like, fuck, seriously? And you get a notification, you check, and it's your fucking friend. You're like, seriously? I don't want to hear from you right now. So I really, like, related heavily to that. And I think Tatiana Maslany, again, continues to bring that relatable avenue to herself. And I actually think the writing was really relatable to there. And again, maybe this episode just hit a core to me in certain ways, and it might not hit a core to you, but it hit for me. And this all leads into her ending up having to go see Emil Blonsky at his encampment site because his thing is malfunctioning, and she goes up there and it's perfectly fine. He hasn't even transformed, but these other people he's kind of meditating with and having this counselship with break her car, so she has to wait for a tow truck, and she's just deciding to try and find a signal so she can maybe text Josh. That does not work out because the only place in the signal is their little home base. And overall, I will say I thought that entire thing in that room was really important. The fact that one of the wrecking crew is actually in there, I think added a little bit more avenues, and I'm curious to see how that all ties in, or if it doesn't at all. I know there might be some wrecking crew fans out there, specifically Ren Geekness, one of my co-hosts for the podcast that we do every week on his channel. He's a big fan of the wrecking crew, so I'm sure he's going to be, what the fuck? Why is they doing this? Maybe there's going to be more to that, but I really did like how we got just that nice conversation with all those characters. Even though I thought some of it was a little bit stupid at times, I thought it was just genuine. And I think that's one of the key pieces to this episode. Is it's just a genuine episode. It's not one that breaks the mold or changes the show for me, and it still leaves it as just being a fine show that, again, goes back to how I felt through a majority of these episodes. I don't come away going, this is one of the best MCU shows ever. In fact, it's my least favorite MCU show. But I walk away almost every week, besides last week, going, I had fun. And I think this week I just walked away and I went, I genuinely liked this episode because of the relatability. And that's about it. Besides just finding out Josh and that whole entire thing, we still have 2 episodes left, and I have no idea where the show's going. I at this point, I'm not even going to guess when Daredevil's coming anymore because I'm terrible at that. I think it's my fault that he has not come out yet, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing more to say. We got some nice conversations between them all. Some funny things. The porcupine guy was funny, and yeah, that's about it. But guys, let me know down below what your guys' thoughts are on She-Hulk episode 7. Did you like this episode? Did you not? Do you think Daredevil's gonna be next week or the finale? Let me know down below, and thank you so much again, guys, for watching this. You guys are really all the best. I do appreciate you guys. I know not everyone's loving She-Hulk, but hey, if you're liking it, we can have a great conversation. Awesome. If you're fucking hating this show, that's okay too. We can keep having those conversations down below. But of course, guys, until next time, stay classy.